Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
He said the return of the angry black man special, huh?
That's right.
So how you doing today?
I don't know. You made me an angry black man when I looked at Chelsea Handler. I wonder how this white mediocre woman got there.
Man, it made me question 50 Cent's taste in women, though, man. I was like, damn, 50. I mean, you ever clown Ja Rule again? All you gotta do is pull up a picture of Chelsea Handler, the Crypt Keeper looking woman. Crypt Keeper.
Let me say something. When you texted me, I was on the phone with the great Valerie Denise Jones, and and we were having a conversation. I was telling Valerie, as far as a white woman, you can be mediocre and date a 50 Cent, but you can't be a mediocre black woman and be with 50 Cent. You got to be top of the line. I say it's a disgrace.
Well, I mean, it makes me look at what Lizzo say differently now. You know, it does, because Lizzo is talented. I know people got their issues with her looks and all, but she is talented, and she, why not? If 50 Cent is willing to date a Chelsea, why can't Lizzo have what she wants?
Well, that's the point I was telling Valerie about. What's the woman name? This woman named Brittany Cooper or Professor Crunk online.
Dr. Cooper. She called Professor Crunk. Yeah, Dr. Brittany Cooper. Yeah.
Talking about if you don't vote the way we want you to vote, I go on a sex strike. I said, shoot, what kind of black? You must be talking some weak, effeminate black men because I just tell you, look, woman, you go on a sex strike then. Shit, don't worry about it. Shit.
Well, I'm not getting none anyway from any black women, so I'm not worried about it. It ain't gonna affect me. It's just business as usual. I don't kowtow to black women, and black women need to be. What I like about this era is black men are stepping up and trying to be men again, and we need more black men to be men and not just males, and not just take directions from women. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, they talking about a woman president. I don't see any woman right now that's qualified to be president right now. Not right now.
No.
And women are not, and the thing about it is, like what Judge Joe Brown said, your race is judged by the achievements of your men, not by your women. That's right. When we look at basketball, we're not looking at Sue Bird, we're looking at LeBron James. And she don't deserve the same money as LeBron James. Regardless what you may think about his politics, she does not deserve the same money as LeBron James. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not really sorry. It's just honest.
Interesting you mentioned Sue Bird. She said the reason people don't watch the WNBA because they're black, tall, and gay. That's not the actual.
She said black, tall, and gay.
Yeah, that's what she said. Black, tall, and gay.
Then why do they look at RuPaul drag race and stuff? I mean, why? I don't understand it. Black, tall. No, you just ain't like the men. The men are more athletic and it's more exciting.
Yep, that's right. I mean, look, and then I'm like, who is Sue Bird to tell me she's American, Israeli, or something like that? Who are you to tell me anything? I mean, go ahead, Sue Bird, please. I mean, I'd rather hear from the black women, but that's me. But I will say this has been a very interesting 2 weeks. Now they got LeBron James writing an article that, don't listen to movements because it could be a Russian bot you could be talking to a bot. It's misinformation. They were saying, oh, LeBron James, you're so great at what you do for the community. And then the guy named Jason Johnson on MSNBC or whatever, DNC, Jason Johnson looks like he's gay or something, right?
Okay, I don't look at none of that mess, but okay, go ahead.
I just saw the article on YouTube and I was sending it out yesterday to people, right? You know they got me in Facebook jail, right? So now I got to work with hands and.
Well, it does surprise me, brother, but now you're very opinionated and you're not afraid to share what you think. So I respect that.
So I made another account. They done tracked me down this one. I said I told my buddy Calvin, I said, I'm gonna have to make an account on your page to stop them from censoring me on mine. He said, yeah, we can do that or whatever. But the crazy part about it, why we talking about this, the reason they put me in Facebook jail, because I made a comment about the feminists. I said, listen, black men, vote for Trump and let them and then you can put all the black women on that island, and then they ain't got never fight with themselves and they can slit their own throat. And I said the trans bastards or whatever slit their own throat. Next thing I know, they said your account been blocked for 30 days. But the funny part about it is I was talking to a woman who agreed with me. So I was talking to a chick who agreed with what I was saying, and they still put me in Facebook jail. And I texted her back, and I said, look, they don't put me in Facebook jail for my comment. She was saying, well, you know, and that's what I was talking about on the show one day with Valerie and them. I said, look, you gotta you can't keep on telling men to fight. Y'all, these black women gotta go fight these feminists and tell these feminists to stand down and give it a break.
Well, it's not all feminists that's a problem. It's certain type of feminists, like Dr. Randy Short called them pork chop feminism. It's the pork chop feminists, because white feminists are not trying to destroy their men. They just want favors from their men. They want to be allowed the right to the franchise, the right to participate in the process. So it's a different form of feminism that we're dealing with, like different strands of COVID-19. Some strands of feminism have mutated to not the benefit of black people, because you cannot justify as a black woman defending a man who has made it his mission, his legacy, to break up the black family by any means necessary. That's Joe Biden.
Well, look, man. Remember, now you saw this week. I've sent you, many articles. I send you articles every day. Just
yeah,
like
you send me a lot of stuff. Yeah,
I
appreciate it.
I had a guy ask me the other day, "Do you ever sleep?" I said, "Yeah, but I wake up in the middle of the night because I'm always thinking." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what did I send you? Article Rasmussen poll said 46% of black people approve of Donald Trump now, right? So okay. Most of that is black men. So I told a guy the other day, if you're a black man, you're worried about the comments Donald Trump say, you got to be effeminate, soft, or weak if you're that worried about the comments. Because I've been online, Haitians for Trump, Muslims for Trump, Latinos for Trump. They even got a sign out, believe it or not, say gays for Trump. So a lot of people are not worried about his commentary. They just worry about the policies that he puts in place. That's it. No more, no less. I said, if you're looking for Donald Trump to be your friend, that's not it. Stop looking for white people to be friends with you. Why you gotta be friends all the time? I said, I wish black people would stop asking to be friends with white people. Matter of fact, separate from them. Just get your own, and then you don't have to worry about it. I said, this is when you asking for white people to be friends, you are perpetuating the legacy of self-hate. Why you hate yourself so much? You say, oh, I can't do nothing without white people. No, I got a Muslim sister that hits me up online all the time. She says separation before reparations. And I agree with her, because if you separate and you get your reparation, then you can go on your own. I know white people probably right now say, let's go ahead and give them reparations because they're going to spend the money back with us anyway. They don't, like, we got Byron Allen talking about Kamala Harris. Byron Allen, Charlamagne the God, P. Diddy, all these guys who keep on talking about, Charlamagne ain't going to say, I don't endorse Joe Biden for president. I endorse Kamala Harris. Well, she's the vice president. Anyway, she's still second place. So you still going to got to vote for Joe Biden to get Kamala Harris on the ticket. And then why we keep on falling for this game? She told black men yesterday, do it for your ancestors. You ain't even one of my ancestors. You was an Indian. East Indian or Asian American.
You said that at a campaign rally?
I think it was like a drive-in rally. You honor your ancestors.
My ancestors didn't die for the right to vote. They died for liberation.
Exactly right. They didn't die for the right to vote.
Self-determination. I got Civil War ancestors that fought in the Civil War. U.S. colored troops couldn't even vote that long. They weren't even free. A lot of them ran away from the plantation to join the army to fight for their liberation and to free themselves and their families. They wasn't up for the vote until after the war. And really, it's disrespectful when the Democratic Party do not respect the black man or the black man vote, when they overlook the black man to cater to the egos and the narcissism of the black women, some black women. That's a problem to me, because black men have died for the right to be counted. And we are the most disrespected group in America. Malcolm X, what he said 55 years ago, does not count today. With all due respect to the elder, the ancestor, Malcolm X, the black man is the most disrespected group in America, period. The black American man, not the black woman, the black man. Well,
like I told, I don't know if you listened in one night at the show, and I tell them that my brother is 59 years old, and I said I've been hanging around older black men all my life. I mean, I got some young guys hanging with me too, but the older black men actually put me in a position to not get offended. Like I said, I ain't never been the type of guy to hang around white folks no way, so it don't bother me. It only bother you. You want to be aligned with white circles.
Right.
Like I said, when I go meet at the table, like I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't even like if you bring me in a space that's got too many white people. Matter of fact, probably one. Like I said, I got a policy. That's why when I came to Memphis, Tennessee, and you took me to that soul food restaurant, well, you told me where it was at actually, right? I said, oh yeah, I said, this guy, Brother Ron, this is the real deal, because I know he said, we're going to a black-owned restaurant. You took me to white-owned restaurant. I said, brother.
I could have taken it. I know who I'm dealing with, so I know.
You took me to a white-owned restaurant. I might go in here, but they ain't getting no goddamn tip now. Like, I sent you some pictures from the other day. We was at
there was a black-owned restaurant, that crab place.
No,
okay.
I didn't know it. I didn't know that, but I can't. But see, this is the thing, and actually it was run by Asians, but I had never been there. But I said, okay, these were two people I used to work with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you where to go, but I know if I go here, they was eating crabs and stuff and drinking. They like, man, you don't want to drink? I said, no, I don't want to drink. I'm good. I ain't want no crabs. I just had me some whiting and a little bit of fries. I mean, sorry, man. I mean, you know, I don't eat no animal that's on the bottom of the ocean. I don't eat crabs. I don't eat none of that. I don't eat tilapia, none of that.
You don't eat no shrimp or nothing like that. You had some whitening fish, you say?
Yeah, whitening, yeah.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But you know, I mean, that's just reading Bible, how to eat the live and stuff like that. I don't eat no pork, nothing. I haven't even had beef in a year. I ain't had soda in 10, 12 years. So. Oh,
that's good. You're good. You're a better person than a lot of us.
So, you know, I was talking to Miss Jones this morning, and I told her, she asked, what are you eating? He's not eating snacking. I said, I'm eating some almonds and stuff. I told you, I got a bag of almonds right here in my hand. What is it? The magnesium is what? 75 grams of magnesium, 200 grams of potassium and stuff. So I got plenty of energy every day. And I told her that you and her and other people give me more energy. I already had I'm an energetic person anyway. I'm always on the go.
Yeah.
But it gave me more energy than what I ever had, because, man, when you're talking to these people, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. I've been talking to people for years, man. I was like, man, why you always want to fight with me so hard about information that I give you and want to debate me? I used to tell my brother years ago, I tell people this stuff. I told him this was like 2016. I told him, man, you tell people stuff and they get so mad with you. They get mad at you more for giving them information than reading it. And he used to tell me, look, Bernard, he said, you got a Bible, and people got a Bible in church every Sunday, right? But do they read the Bible, or they just listen to what the pimp preacher tell them in the pulpit?
It's the latter.
So I said, well, I need to get up in the pulpit and say something to these pastors one day. And he told me, yeah, you can do that. But he said the problem is they'll start a coup d'etat on you in the church. And he said the own black people probably try to kill you for telling them the truth.
Yeah.
You know, so the pastor, I mean, he's more like, I guess, an FBI agent or something. That shit probably is an FBI agent.
Well, the church ain't always been like that, though. It's been very much compromised since the last 50 years. You know, you had great leaders and liberators like Denmark Vesey, Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Bishop Henry McNeil Turner. You have a lot of great folks that came out the church, even in music wise. I mean, you got a lot of brilliant musicians who are for the people that came out the church setting, but it's been compromised in the last 50 years since the death of King, 50 plus years, or even before that, actually, because a lot of black preachers did not respect Dr. King. I mean, he was not allowed to preach at certain pulpits and certain denominations and certain churches around the country. And I can remember Reverend Jeremiah Wright, Obama's preacher, that he threw under the bus. He talked about how when Dr. King was assassinated here in Memphis, that a lot of black preachers of prominence celebrated in Chicago his death.
Yeah, well,
so it is what it is.
But look, though, that's why I said the other day about these black feminists. I mean, like, look, just give it a break. I mean, look, you do realize that now that the black man speaking up. But let's get to this Ice Cube thing. I got to get to this because this is real interesting. See, a lot of people keep saying he didn't meet with Trump. He met with his administration.
Yeah.
Now, met with Donald Trump, right? Then you got Don Lemon, Roland Martin. They had a thing with the Divine Nine, the Boulay sister in the fraternities the other day. Got a thing called Stroll to the Polls, right? But if you looked at what I sent you this morning, who's this woman that came on the Roland Martin show? Alicia Garza. That's it, Black Lives Matter co-founder or whatever.
Oh, I heard Black Lesbian Marxist. Okay.
Yeah,
well, Black Lives Matter. We'll go with that.
But Let me change the name. White Lives Matter. My fault, because that's who they really push for real. She said that her battle with patriarchy, because she had to give her dad a cup of coffee in the morning. And then I looked at it, I said, let me go back and look at this woman. Oh, she identifies as Jewish anyway. She doesn't even identify as black, right? Or so I'm looking at this woman, I'm like, she is part of the problem. That's why I was so mad.
But is her daddy even black though? He was a white Jewish man,
Jewish
wasn't he?
guy. Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a patriarchy in the black community. I'm sorry, it don't exist in this system.
Yeah, she said every space she's been in is got patriarchy, and she can't stand patriarchy. I said, look, woman, you gotta give it a break. I said, look, now you bring him on, and that's the problem I had with Roland Martin. You bring him on to discuss what the platinum plan or whatever, right? But then you bring her in, and she has Ice Cube on there. Do you think Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization? Why would she ask that? Well, I know why she asked the question, but she's basically trying to perpetuate the same lie. So the thing about it is, they basically saying, you are alpha male. You get back in your place. You got out of line. They are only doing that because they're saying, okay, white men wouldn't dare tell Ice Cube they're gonna, so we can use our Negro whisperers and gatekeepers to do it. They even people you love and respect, or you looked up to, or you like to watch basketball. You got Magic Johnson campaigning Biden, LeBron James. I can go on and on. You got Obama out there in Florida campaigning Biden, and that daggone house nigga puppet, whatever you want to call him, Jewish boy, whatever, King Mulatto. I mean, like, he telling you characters that, let's say, the very fact that Barack Obama is campaigning for Joe Biden shows you that he never cared about you basically being back on the slave plantation. He's a part of it too. And if you look up his descendants, some of them on the white side, they were plantation slave owners. So actually, he's just perpetrating the same bull crap. And he's talking about Donald Trump's got a secret bank account. Me and you and anybody else could get a bank account in China if we want to. There's no limit to where you can get a bank account in. So that's just a stupid lie. I don't care about Trump's tax returns. All I care about is the policies. And when I look up the legacy of Barack Obama, I can look and find that 53% of black people lost their net wealth under his administration. So that's the legacy that I look at. I look at how things went in California. I look at what you did to Libya and everything that went on over there. And I look at the horror that went on, talking about white supremacist groups. Daggone Barack Obama, you signed the Blue Alert Law in 2015. You signed it, another thing where you could just track and spy on people, and you could just take them to any foreign land you wanted to. You talked about closing Guantanamo Bay. You didn't even have to do that. You could take them down to Homer Square in Chicago, man, and waterboard people and do it up, man. So when you look at legacy of Obama, and that's why I said I don't even know why Reed even real. You gotta look at him. He's no better than a white supremacist, because you can be black and a white supremacist too.
He is a white supremacist. Yeah, no better. He is one.
Yeah, but that's right. So we look at him. He just was I call him he's a CIA asset, but that's not the only thing. He also was reared up. No doubt he came behind Bush and Cheney and stuff, because if Barack Obama really cared about war, like he said about Bush, he would have prosecuted Dick Cheney and Bush for war crimes.
But he couldn't come to the family barbecue. He couldn't come to the family barbecue or picnic after that, though, because they all related.
That's right. So, and I look at it like a guy I was talking to later the other day. We got to understand something. We keep talking about, let's vote an independent candidate, right?
Okay.
You already got one. He in the White House right now. He's a populist. Bernie Sanders, same thing. He's a populist. I mean, they just had to run on that ticket. But if you look at Donald Trump's policies, some of that stuff is Green Party stuff, populist and nationalism appeals. It caters to a certain base. That's why when you look at the crowds Donald Trump has, populists always will get those type of crowds. That's why Bernie Sanders could draw them type of crowds, because populists, it seems like they're talking to the everyday man and woman. That's why, like, Joe Biden is talking about wealthy donors. That's all you get funded by is Wall Street and wealthy donors. like, I mean, even this Hunter Biden thing, man. Come on, man. I mean, like, the fact that I saw black women online, man, really actually sitting there discussing that Donald Trump should not have brought up Joe Biden's son drug problems or drug addiction. Are you kidding me? But your son and daughter could have been locked up with drug addiction, and you actually worried about Donald Trump talking
No, a
about
lot of our sons and daughters were locked up for drug
yeah,
addiction. It undermined because of Joe Biden, how the crack and coke policy censoring,
yeah,
the disparities in that. It really was a war on black people.
that's
Stop
right.
this war on colored people. It was a war on black people, point blank.
Yeah,
It
and
was state-sponsored genocide.
that's right.
Okay, stop it. There's
And
no debate. Don't debate me about. Don't tell me about no Central Park 5 ad that Donald Trump, a private citizen, took out, who was a Democrat at the time, who is cousins with Hillary Clinton. Don't tell me about the Central Park 5. Okay, I'm tired of it. It was a New York political Democratic machine that put them young boys in prison with the help of the black family. Their family did not protect them. We did not. You talking about protect black women? What about protecting the black family, protecting the black child? We leave our folks out on the field to die a horrible death.
that's
That's
right.
black people.
That's right. And I agree with you on that because the simple fact of me and a friend was talking the other day, and we both agreed that Donald Trump, they blame that, but you had black people believing the same stuff about Central Park 5, so we can't
Because that Ava DuVernay hit piece of a movie that came out on Netflix, and people out in their emotions. Like I was there one screening. Black women, they not rational when it comes to things that needs to be logical. You know what I'm saying? We can't let our women lead us into this thing with emotions. They are defending folks that have broke up the black family ever since we came here. They have made it their business to destroy and undermine the black family. You talking about the illegal immigrants on the border with the cages? Obama and them create them cages. Obama deported more illegals or immigrants than any other president. But black people, we've been going through that. They've been breaking up our families and stuff through the system. Where is the compassion and the empathy for the black family, the black native family, foundational black Americans, so-called Americans descendants of slaves? Where is our sympathy? Who gives a damn about black people, real black people?
I had a guy text me the other day on Messenger through Facebook from Africa,
right?
And he texted me. He said they rooting for Donald Trump to win the election in Africa. Muslims for Trump. So I'm sitting there saying, you got to understand. You do know I know a lot of people like to bring up these shithole countries, right? But what Donald Trump was actually talking about is you let people come and rape your land, take all your resources under the Obama, Bush, Clinton regime. They came in there, blew those countries to smithereens, and then let everybody come and take your infrastructure. So yes, Donald Trump is not a politician. He should have said that better. But yes, you do make your country a shithole when you do that.
Now, he had to say that better. He made it plain, quite simple. And you look at what Obama did as a Trojan horse for AFRICOM. I know George W. Bush helped start the AFRICOM thing, but Obama took it to the next level.
Yes,
He's the reason why there's a lot of unrest in Africa today when he did to destabilize Libya. And Hillary Clinton laughing about it as a secretary. So these people are psychotic. Just like with Susan Rice. See, when Snoop Dogg went against Susan Rice, he didn't know what he was dealing with. He a gangster rapper. He a studio gangster. Susan Rice a real gangster. She got bodies from Rwanda all the way up to now, from Rwanda to Libya. Okay, she ain't playing. She's a Rhodes Scholar, and we know Cecil Rhodes all about what he was about. That was a real white supremacist, if there ever was one. So she was a Rhodes Scholar, and she helped. I mean, she's worse than a gangbanger.
That's right,
Susan Rice, because she's gangbanging on multiple continents and stuff like that.
Well,
so people gotta understand what's going on.
Well, yeah, and that's the point. So what I'm saying, when we look at this, and we got to understand something, and that's why I don't like when people tell me, well, you're too critical of the Black Caucus, you're too critical of Obama. I said, no, I'm not, because I said, really, to tell you the truth, you lucky that we don't fight back like they're supposed to, because other ethnics would have took them out. They would have took them traitors out. And matter of fact, I said, look, you ain't got to kill them. Take them, put them on an island, and let them kill themselves. I'll give them the bombs, ammunition to do it. Get them traitors out. They don't need to be there.
That'll be a good reality TV show, actually. It'll be high ratings.
They are traitors. They need to be put. Look, I'm gonna just say something like this. You know, like Adolf Hitler had a gas chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I say put the black caucus, probably about 99% of them. Probably, I can't, maybe I found 1%, but put them on a gas chamber and say, look, go ahead and kill yourself, man. You've been selling out long enough. Maxine Waters, please bite the dust. Go do something with yourself. You're 82 years old. You need to be dead anyway. All you've been doing, all you've been called in California over here on Skid Row with black people homeless, and you ain't doing a damn thing about it. And what I was taught, a traitor is worse. They need to be punishable by death. Now, I said a lot of people would fight you on that, but they need to be punished for this treasonous activity they've been doing over the last 50 years. Them civil rights leaders ain't nothing but traitors. That's all they are. And that's why they always bring them out to you. But the very fact these civil rights leaders are telling you to vote for Joe Biden shows you how treasonous they are.
Well, you know, our own women telling us to vote for Joe Biden. And that's the problem. They've been brainwashed. It's not Russian bots, it's AT-aliens called CNN. It's the AT-aliens that brainwashing our people down to CNN bots. You know, I don't look at Confused Negro News Network, you know, don't really care for it. But what I'm saying is you could tell, even like this weekend, I've been dealing with black women around the country. They talk to me for hours about why you don't support Biden? Why you pro-Trump? I said, it's not about pro-Trump. It's about I'm pro-black man. I'm pro-family, pro-black family.
That's right.
I'm pro-black excellence. So with Trump, it's that swagger. He's resurrecting the black man, the hetero black male. And we need to have pride in our man. We need to be prideful of ourselves. We need to be more accountable. You can't argue about a patriarchy because all the patriarchy that people talking about is white man's rule. It's the white man's world. Black man ain't allowed to be a male. I mean, be a man. They want to keep us as a male, keep us as a child under arrested development. So you can't get mad at the black man if we want some power. We need power. We need our respect. We suffer enough. We sacrifice blood, sweat, tear, equity into this country, into this republic. We fought in every war. My ancestors fought in the American Revolutionary War. They fought in the Civil War. They fought in World War I and World War II. We made the place safe for democracy, except for us. Where's our safe space for democracy as black people? So now's the time to rise up, and now it's time to put our women in their place. I'm tired of it. Our kids have run amok. Everything, all our institutions have failed us because of the lack of men with backbone to stand their ground, to stand on principle, to have a moral code, to put this thing back in order. Now is the time for the black man to get his respect. Because I remember a couple of years ago when Doug Jones ran for the Senate down in Alabama, beat Trump's boy. And they gave all this praise to the black woman. Oh, black woman, black girl magic. They came out almost 100%. Black men came out over 90% for Doug Jones. But what has Doug Jones done for black people in Alabama? You still dealing with hookworm. You still dealing with stuff that's third world country problems in Alabama. What did black folks get out of voting for Doug Jones? At almost 100%. Just like with Obama. It's like I got people like, I got young girls, little young, pretty young things, half my age trying to tell me about foreign policy, but don't know who Patrice Lumumba was. Never heard of Thomas Sankara.
Yeah.
You know, trying to tell me about foreign policy, trying to justify the brown bomber, the drone ranger, and killing people of color around the world extrajudicially through drones. And he gets a Nobel Peace Prize, whereas Trump has kept us out of any type of foreign wars, or he had kept us from escalating certain entanglements we were already in. Where his Nobel Peace Prize for handling North Korea the way he did? Obama can't even handle North Korea, let alone meet with the leader.
Well, that's right. And I said, you got to understand, what you got was a fucking war maniac. This man was a war maniac. Man, I'm looking at it like, why y'all like the fact that black people talking about, oh, Obama came out to say today for Joe Biden. I said, look, it's not going to work.
It's over.
I said, listen, if you don't see the writing on the wall, Donald Trump is going to win this election, man. He's going to win this election. But the problem is, now, this is the weird problem. The Electoral College didn't meet to December the 14th, and they're actually trying to push it to January 2nd, right?
I mean, it's always been like that, though. They always been certified.
But a lot of people don't understand. You do not pick the president of the United States. It's already decided by the Electoral College. What you ain't doing nothing but a damn survey, man. That's all you're doing.
I mean, but people don't understand civics anyway. I mean, people dumb down, man. Why do you think they're gonna trust us if you can't even read at a third grade level? Why do you think they don't trust you with picking the leader? You can't even read. You can't even count. You can't do simple arithmetic. They're gonna trust you with picking the leader of the so-called free world of the republic. No.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. I just be sitting there so.
It's an idiocracy, man. It's an idiocracy we're living in.
Well, not only the idiocracy, man, it's also like dumbed down. Like people get mad because Donald Trump said, let's eliminate critical race theory. I do not want a white person to teach me anything about my education. I don't need you to talk about my history. I don't need you to talk about me anything. Keep the race theory out of the school, man.
Yeah, but school ain't supposed to teach you about who you are. You learn that at home. They're supposed to teach you about reading, writing, and arithmetic.
I do not like
the basics.
When they talk about diversity programs. I don't want diversity programs. What the hell I need to know about your culture for, man? I don't even know my own damn culture. Well, I mean, you don't know what I'm saying.
Well, we are confused because there's been a lot of misdirection and miseducation. Like Malcolm said, only a fool would let their enemies be the primary educators of their children. And black folks have allowed their enemies to educate or reprogram and reboot our black children. And we are suffering the consequences of that today. Our value system is all messed up as a people.
Well, that's what I say, man. I say this all the time. Like, we just don't get it. I mean, like, you would think after years and years of oppression, rule, I would say now, and I want to get to Ice Cube right quick because I got to bring him up. Let's bring him up right quick. We got to bring him up. To me, like I say you don't go to the enemy by yourself. I mean, like he said, he had notes from Dr. Claudence and stuff. I got people telling me, I ain't never heard of Dr. Claudette until now. I said, man, it's been around forever, man.
Yeah, but he's not twerking. He don't twerk or nothing like that.
I said, you got to understand. Ice Cube, I mean, to me, like I said, I mean, if he want to go meet with Trump president, fine, but he's a court jester, man. He's an entertainer. He might be socially conscious or whatever, but at the same time, he won't never know gangster to begin with because he went to a private school, man. He was just putting on a facade. That's all he was doing. And he had the music and stuff. And I said, really, to tell you the truth, the thing that messed Ice Cube up really when he went to Hollywood. You can't go to Hollywood, Ice Cube. That's the devil's playground. Why did Dr. Khalid Muhammad say, Ice Cube, you melting on me? That's what he's trying to tell you. You can't go to Hollywood, man. You got Dr. Common healing on show. So really, to tell you the truth, I look at the Ice Cube message. I don't even look at it like, because at the end of the day, they're going to tell him, nigga, you get back in your place. That's what they're telling him. You got out of line. But the message you should take from Ice Cube is, hey, that's right. I'm a black man. Let's get in line. That's right. You attacking the black man now. That's telling you to get in line. D.L. Hughley, how dare you come out and attack that? That's what I'm saying. But then we know D.L. Hughley ain't nothing but a troll anyway. Like I tell people all the time, and people don't get it. An entertainer cannot lead you to liberation. It has to be done from the grassroots because the entertainers most of them are in Hollywood. They are on Satan's playground. I told you they are practicing Satanists and sexual deviance. That's what they are. I mean, it's no way around it. I know people read the Bible. Some people don't. You can't serve two masters. So now, if Ice Cube want to come out of Hollywood, that's fine. But you will still be in Hollywood, taking that small hat money, as they say, before they try to strike us down. And, it's just an act. Because you can't take small hat money and then try to come and do the same things.
I think it's more complex than that, actually. Ice Cube, I have no problem with him speaking out. He actually presented something in ways of trying to be a part of the solution. But he's also, like you said, Khalid Muhammad, he came out of that. He was a follower, or he handed around Khalid Muhammad. Ice Cube had did a lot of things as far as waking up the consciousness of the people. And who better than the spook who sat by the door, by the Hollywood studio door, to tell us about how the system is corrupted and really can't be saved. I mean, the system was never for black people as human beings. They never respected black people. So we can't expect to get mercy from the devil. Because the devil don't work like that. But with Ice Cube, I have no problem with the brother speaking out because to me, he has nothing to gain. Because look at what he's going through. He's been getting dragged for months. This man is wealthy. His family is taken care of. He's married to a black woman. He had no reason to get out of his comfort zone, but he see his people suffering. It's like Paul Robeson, the great Paul Robeson, one of our greatest, strongest trees we don't even respect. Yeah, he was in entertainment too, but the man was a liberator, he was a freedom fighter. what good is it for me to have stuff and my people around me suffering? How can I enjoy my success with my people hurting around me? You know what I'm saying? If you conscious like that, I respect where Ice Cube's come from, and D.L. Hughley is a comedian who has been unfunny for almost 20 years now.
Well, yeah,
I don't see how he keep working. Now he made the deal with the devil because he's not that talented.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that. I just saying, but I just said like with him, that's why I say I look at the more of the message that Ice Cube is putting out. Hey, black man, you under attack. I look at that more so. That's why I say Ice Cube is not to me the problem. I just look at the message that he's presenting, and now then it came out to 50 Cent, right?
Yeah.
So it also shows the message. See, I'm not even worried about Cube because
even before that, you had Kanye West, who people don't give enough credit to. He the one that introduced Jared Kushner to Cloud Anderson, Cloudonomics. Right. See, our people are perished because of lack of knowledge. We want to be entertained. See, people have more of an appreciation for Malcolm because of his great oratorical skills, and he was funny. He had to tell you some jokes and stuff and get you in the mood. But Elijah Muhammad was more dry in his approach, and people don't have a really appreciation for the knowledge that Elijah Muhammad was dropping because he was not as entertaining or as charismatic as a Malcolm when he did his delivery. So our people love to be entertained. We like to be feeling good. It's like church. Our protest is like line dance. We like to do the cha-cha and stuff when we protesting police killings. We like to act the fool. We like to turn up. We can't get serious about nothing. We should be in a state of war. We should have war rooms. We should be like studying military science. We should be doing everything. Sometimes we should stay quiet because really Chelsea Handler is showing what white women have always thought about black men.
That's right.
In this country. You know what I'm saying? Like even when the black man fought and died for his liberation, the white woman had the nerve to say, can the Negroes wait to get their right to vote? Can the black man wait until the white women? No, because we fought and died for what we want. And right now, our women got to respect the sacrifices that black men have made to make sure that they can have a say and that they can have a claim to anything. That's right. Don't tell me this protect black women stuff. You call yourself a stallion when you're supposed to be a mare. A female horse is a damn mare. It's not a stallion. So you confused about your position and what you are. Okay, so don't tell me. Don't coach me. I don't care if you got a PhD or no HD. I don't care. You respect men because men love you. That's what I'm saying? It was black men that protected black women from being raped by police officers and bus drivers during the Montgomery bus boycott. These were black men who were Korean War veterans, World War II veterans, but they loved their women. Jackie Robinson was court-martialed because he refused to get disrespected by some white MPs and the bus driver. He was sitting next to a sister who could pass for white. But I dare you to disrespect me or to disrespect any black person in this way when we put our lives on the line for this country. I dare you to tell me to be quiet and to let my woman run me when we help y'all run this country. You could not win the West without the black man. Could not win anything without the black man. You could not preserve the union without the black man. So don't tell the black man to be quiet and just shut up and vote.
Willie Lynch, brother. Willie Lynch episode. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but we gotta deal with our women though, man. We gotta put them right in their mind because our women are out of control.
They're out of control and they look, man. I look at it like this: 2020 is supposed to be 2020 vision. Like I told you, I scratched my corner earlier this year. But then when you get that coin, after you get out the coin, you can start seeing things together. You're supposed to see something. I mean, like we don't had a scratch cornea for a long time. It's time to wake up and see the light. Black man, tell your woman get in her place, please. She's out of line. And when you're out of line,
this is ridiculous.
When you're out of line, you step in booby traps. You step in all types of stuff you don't even need to get in. And that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that Bill Clinton, who need to be daggone put on a damn cross and probably shot 50 times. More than that, at me, I probably use every round of bullets to kill Bill Clinton's ass. But anytime you can come in my church and tell me John Lewis won over Stokely Carmichael, what is that telling you?
Well, like what Dr. Randy Short said, we love our traitors but hate our heroes.
That's right. That's right.
That's what they tell. We don't know who we are, man. That's why I said to do the work that I do or you do or anybody does that care about black people, it's a labor of love, man. It's like you ain't gonna get that love back a lot of times because we hate ourselves. And really, like, we our own worst enemy. It's not Bill Clinton because we allowed the vampire to enter our home. The vampire can come into your home without your consent. I've seen Bill Clinton operate, in person. He's very impressive. he's charismatic and he's likable. But at the same time, when in politics, you don't need friends, you need allies. You don't have no permanent enemies. You don't have permanent friends in politics. But you should have certain permanent interests when it comes to the preservation of your people, the elevation of your people. We are lacking a real black politic right now. It is crucial. What Ice Cube is doing is very important because it's creating the groundwork for a real black political think tank or even party to address the needs of black people and to hold certain people in elected offices accountable for the plight and the condition of black folk. So that's why I said this will not happen with a Biden or Trump or Biden or Obama or Clinton administration. This had to happen under Trump because Trump has helped to heighten the contradictions.
Well, and let me say something about Trump. As a matter of fact, like I said, I'm not particularly, like I said, I ain't looking for Trump to be my friend because we got everyone saying, what is he, a businessman?
Yeah.
Well, businessmen are not politicians. Businessmen think about politicians. So it's kind of like this. Yes, he's got white nationalism appeal, but guess what? See, really to tell you the truth, when Donald Trump is cutting taxes, and I can't stand when black people say, oh, he cutting taxes for the billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to understand something, people. When you cut taxes, you spur economic growth, job growth. You cut taxes, they'll hire more. That's if you want a job, more than white people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if you don't cut taxes, the companies leave. That's what happened under Obama. That's why they were leaving. So you got to understand.
Even before Obama, you had the NAFTA team. And the Democrats really, they destroyed organized labor. They destroyed manufacturing. The Democratic Party did under the Clinton administration. It accelerated.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. And as a matter of fact, come to think about it, you remember of course we talking about I was going back to the Great Recession, right?
2008, yeah.
Throughout Obama's whole term until even Indiana, when he came and told that black man. He told, what did he tell that black man? He told the black man right there in Indiana. The guy asked him, what are you gonna do about our manufacturing job leaving? He said, there ain't no magic wand that can bring these jobs back. That's what he told that man in Indiana. Well, somehow when Donald Trump, they came back. So that means you cut regulations. And listen, like a lot of people say, like I was talking to some brothers in Texas, and one of them, he admires you as well. And I told him, how y'all feel about that thing about Bill Biden saying transition fracking? He said, oh no, they don't like that. He said that's another comment that's gonna help Trump win the election. One thing about white people, and this is what I give them credit to, they understand. They probably I know you got white people that hate Donald Trump's guts too. They're gonna vote for Donald Trump just because they look at the business and politics of it. I told a guy, you can hate Donald Trump's guts all you want. I said, I don't like it. I'm like Dr. Khalid Muhammad on this one. Hey man, they all devils. You kill it, baby, kill every last one of them. But as long as you I look at it like this. Donald Trump not only is hiding the contradictions, right? He lets you know, hey, you got Satanists and occult all around you. So you talk about human trafficking, right?
Yeah.
It's been going on. Nothing new. That's why they always ask you about QAnon. Why do you think they're taking down QAnon Facebook pages? Why? Because they know this stuff is true. When they stop bringing this stuff on TV to you about QAnon and all these other things, they're telling you, hey, we've been sex trafficking children all the time. Let me tell you something. And I know you remember this. Remember Bill Clinton's welfare reform?
Yeah.
1994, you had the crime bill, right?
Yep.
96 welfare reform. That actually put more black single mothers into poverty than ever before, as you can remember.
But he had a budget surplus at the end.
That's right.
He had a budget surplus. Where all the money come from? It came from cutting programs like the welfare program.
Okay, that's right. And I'm gonna come because I got to use Clinton as a template right here, and then we can go to Bush, and then we can go to Obama and everybody else. Okay, when Clinton did that, and when I was coming to Tennessee to meet with you. Well, I was actually going to Arkansas, but whatever. You know, I came to Tennessee. First of all, not going to Arkansas was the best thing that I ever did because I got to meet Brother Ron Hurd and Judge Joe Brown and sit and talk to y'all for a while. And we had a great time at that restaurant, man. Hey, look, man. Yeah. Hey, look, man. Every black man need to sit in this restaurant in Tennessee and look at this Civil Rights Museum and how much of a farce it is, and meet with Brother Ron Hurd and Judge Joe Brown for at least a couple hours. As a matter of fact, if I didn't have to leave, I probably had to stay out there the whole day with y'all brothers, man. Y'all were great,
Well,
man.
I had to go work at 6 o'clock, but yeah, definitely with Judge though. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it was an experience, man. And I just want to say one thing about that Civil Rights Museum. To me, that was embarrassing, man. That this is where Martin Luther King got shot at. Was it room 306?
Yeah, room 306. He was staying in room 306.
I got to see the flop house and I got to see everything, right? And I look at it and think about it, and I said, wow, AutoZone, FedEx, man, this ain't nothing but a daggone exhibit, man. This is a shame. Like I said, what's the woman named Smith that's out there? You know,
Jackie. Yeah.
I gave her $5 just so she gave me some papers and stuff like that. And I read them and I sitting there saying, like, look, man, you can't let these communists and small hats Jews take this stuff over, man. Like, this is a historic landmark. I mean, the car, like you even explained to me, that ain't even the real car, and that's just a replica.
Even though the person, Sister Cornelia Crenshaw, a great activist who's unsung, who's not really remembered like she should be, she actually had tried to donate the actual Cadillac that she allowed Dr. King to ride around in when he was in the city. They wouldn't take it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I'm just saying, I saw 3 white people going in there, every one black person, except maybe a family of black people. I saw, and I said, this ain't nothing but a exhibit for white folks, man. That's why I made the live video of it, man. I will say this, I was very disappointed.
And it's called a private property when it should be open to the people. It should be the people's property, not private property.
You remember, of course, you remember my friend that was with me, and she tried to go over there by the flop house, and they told her you can't even go past this area unless you put on a mask. Be outside, goddammit. The hell wrong with you?
I mean, it's the new reality.
Right? That's why I said I'm not paying you $13, $16 to get in a museum just to look at my history. That's a disgrace. And as a matter of fact, you know, you can tell that area around there is gentrifying anyway. You can look at the barbecue place, you can look at the whole. So when you look at these historic landmarks, right? White people use your history to gentrify areas. That happened even down here in Richmond. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, I had a white guy. He asked me a couple of weeks ago, how do you feel about the statue or something down there on Monument Avenue? I told him, I don't care about no damn statue, man. What I care about the statue for? I don't worry about statues. That ain't nothing but symbolism.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about that, you know, they're going to start taking down statues so black people will stop feeling oppressed. I said, statues don't oppress me. This system oppress me.
Yeah, but black folks don't know history about ourselves. We didn't care about them statues all the time. The white people think we're not in a position to set policy of how we should be responding. They don't even allow us to lead our own movements, you know, and they call it Black Lives Matter. There's no black face out there in the crowd. They don't allow us. That's why I say patriarchy is a white man's thing. It's not a black man's thing. Stop with that. When you talking about you've been patriarchy has oppressed you, you probably went to a predominantly white institution, your job. Who's really hiring black people? It's white people. It's white corporations. And so we got to stop this lie about patriarchy. The black man has never been respected enough where he was allowed to be the head of his family or any organization. Huey Newton beat up on Lane Brown. Lane Brown probably was an agent provocateur. Her white daddy was J. Kennedy, who was a CIA U.S. intelligence asset. She talked about this man in her book, her autobiography, A Taste of Power. I know Judge Joe Brown. I brought Lane Brown to UCLA, but she was an agent, Judge, according to some of your people. And she told on herself in her autobiography. Now, she was the first and only woman leader of the Black Panther Party as president. But I remember my brother says, when I said something, there's no such thing as black patriarchy. He said, well, what about Huey Newton beating up on Elaine Brown? Maybe she deserves some of that. I don't know. I'm not endorsing domestic violence, but it's because we don't know the history of our people. Elaine Brown told on herself, because this Kennedy character was also at one time the manager for Harry Belafonte. So our movement has been really well infiltrated by U.S. intelligence and what y'all call the small hats. So with that said, with the Civil Rights Museum, it should have been a think tank institute where it was like a living thing where you were training grassroots leadership to help advocate for black people and for oppressed people everywhere. but they want to make money off our misery. This is capitalism. Like you don't go down to Mississippi with the civil rights museums and the civil rights trails, all this white state-sponsored terrorism, and they want to make money off our trail of tears and not compensate black families for what they did. See, Mississippi ran so many black folks out. Mississippi should have had about several black governors and U.S. senators by now since Reconstruction. But because they terrorized the population show and killed so many people, folks left Mississippi. A lot of blacks left Mississippi.
Well, I'm gonna say something else. Like, I want to get back to Clinton right there, because Clinton was right there beside you in Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas is gangster, man. Y'all don't know how gangster Arkansas is. I be trying to speed through Arkansas to get to Missouri or Missouri. I ain't trying to fess around on Arkansas. But go ahead.
But TANF, I was under the TANF program. We was riding on the highway. 12-hour ride to Memphis or Arkansas. That was a long ass ride. But hey, man, I enjoyed it because I got to talk more than you get on a plane ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were discussing this, and we were discussing TANF, and she was admitting to me that actually screwed over so many women because they would tell you your job, but the job was just you had to work, and they weren't even paying you really a wage. They was actually you were just on the job cleaning or whatever to pay for the program.
What's this now? What program is this?
TANF.
Tennis.
TANF. SNAP. TANF. Temporary Assistance for Needy Families.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. And then they started opening up more foster homes. Those messed up children who say they got molested and stuff, under that, Bill Clinton actually was making child support.
Mm-hmm.
They would actually put you to jail for not paying child support, man. I mean,
what Kamala doing? She putting folks in jail for the kids being truant, right?
That's right.
So they Democratic way, man.
Well, I'm just saying, do you realize that this woman Kamala is a Nazi, man? I mean, like, this woman is like a Nazi.
I mean, she's an Aryan, no doubt.
Nazi bed wench. But like I even say this, and me and a guy from Chicago joke all the time about Kamala, and we joke about Kamala and her Candace Owens. Like I said, Candace Owens got great points, but her husband, the father-in-law, hers is by the guy from Brexit. I mean, so both of them got white men. Like I said, look, the fact that I'm gonna just be dead on with the sisters right here, and I love black sisters, but the fact that you got this Indian, Jamaican, mixed up feminist, she probably a lesbian, she's just a swirler. She's a swirler because she dated Montel Williams and all other people. Mm-hmm. But you got her telling you to vote for black women, but you were locking up black women for truancy, for their children. You didn't do anything about Matrice Richardson. You didn't do anything about, wasn't there Oscar Grant? Even with the police with the body cameras, that was a lie. And the worst thing about it, to sit there and say, I prosecuted people. You let some of the biggest gangsters, George Soros and Stephen Newsom, and Secretary of Treasury, get off with a free ride. Mm-hmm. Who you prosecute? Mnuchin shouldn't even be Trump's Secretary of Treasury. He should be in under jail for what he did. I mean, it's crazy that she could sit up there. And then the worst part, and I'm gonna just say when it came to head the other night, and that's why I always tell people, look, I would say, Farrakhan said this a while back. Has Trump attacked the FBI, the CIA, and all these other agencies, right? Mm-hmm. He's done that. So shut up and let him do it. Like the other day, if you watch the debate, or even if you didn't watch it, it was a point where Trump brought up the crime bill, and it was mostly black men. He told Joe Biden that, right? Mm-hmm. Joe Biden said he didn't do it. This is all online. You can look this up, right? But Joe Biden will tell you that the Black Caucus signed on to it, right? Most of the time. He didn't do it the other night. But if you realize everything Donald Trump said, Joe Biden either tried to deflect or tried not to answer, right? Mm-hmm. I'm saying that you realize that Joe Biden actually not only wrote that crime bill, but the crime bill was also the bigger thing. And people always talk about the crime bill was about helping crime. No, it was not. That ain't what it had nothing to do with no goddamn crime. That was an excuse. And they always talk about protection against women. Man, look, I have never hit a black woman in my life. They keep on talking about this. They always try to bring up these episodes of black men are the most violent, blah, blah, blah. Man, that's why the kicker, the New York Giants, beat his wife and they tried to give him a pass, man. Give me a break. White men beat their beat their women. Asian men do it. Man, look, we do not beat our women like that. That's just an agenda they try to push to make us look like the most violent. And we are the most masculine men, but unfortunately, the masculinity is being taken by the matriarchy. Not the patriarchy, the matriarchy. He's what he said.
Yeah, but you know, you can't say we're the most violent men. We don't have patriarchies in our community.
That's right.
If we're not a patriarch, how can we be the most violent? I mean, we don't have that type of control or that leverage over our women. Our women, black women, are really free more so than people think.
Oh, well,
they are freer in a lot of ways than black men are. They can navigate. They're allowed to be gatekeepers for the patriarchy, for the white man, whatever. They are allowed certain privileges that a black man is not able to receive right now in this moment in time. But the guy was J. Richard Kennedy. I want to make sure people love to correct a black man. That was Elaine Brown's boyfriend, Harry Belafonte's former business manager, and the CIA, FBI, whatever, U.S. intelligence asset. Look him up. But, you know, it is interesting in this point in time. Bobby Rush used to be the right-hand man for Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. He admitted that he made a mistake voting for that crime bill. And a lot of them have regrets. And this really should be the albatross around Joe Biden's presidency or bid for the White House. This is a part of his legacy that he can never run away from. And it should always be brought up when you talk about Joe Biden, who really should not be a presidential candidate at this moment. But it's because of Barack Hussein Obama legitimized Joe Biden by making him his vice president. It was Barack Hussein Obama who legitimized Donald Trump by showing his long form birth certificate. So Barack Obama can't get nobody elected but outside of himself but Donald Trump.
That's right.
That is his legacy.
And that's why that's another thing I was telling Judge a couple of days ago, that all these black men like Snoop Dogg and P. Diddy and all these guys that's saying vote for Biden now. Snoop Dogg's son is dressing a transgender magazine. You know, Matt Johnson's son is a transgender. Most of them are gay or sleep with white people. There's one or the other.
They're not black men, they're black males.
Oh yeah, that's right. They black males. That's right.
That's why Ice Cube is so refreshing. So you got Ice Cube. Like you got right. Ice Cube is a Gemini, Donald Trump's a Gemini, Diddy a Scorpio, and Joe Biden Scorpio.
Look at this.
So it's like Avenger Wars or something going on. It's like, you know, Justice League versus the Avengers or something.
But look at the other one. What's this bed wench? Jamel Hill. That's it. That's who I gotta get to. Jamel Hill. I couldn't forget her because I've been tagging her. Mm-hmm. Oh, you stupid feminist. Oh, I got to get your ass. Talking about black men don't want to dismantle patriarchy. They just want a better position in it. Now I'm looking at this. Jamel Hill, now I'm gonna give her credit. She married a black male. Because this guy ain't no man. Because he was a man, he would have told her, you get back in your damn place.
All right.
You ought to lie.
Let's stick to sports writing because she's good at sports analysis. I'll give her that.
Hey, look, like LeBron James, I'm sorry, brother, but you a weak man. Anytime you tell me that you scared for your life and all that, Dwayne Wade, you're weak. You're soft. You're a coward. Anytime you tell me that I'm the most hunted and scared for our lives, like that commercial with him behind the car, the little boy behind the car when the police rode by and all that.
Who commercial? Who did that? Dwayne Wade?
LeBron James had a little commercial where brother went behind a car because he saw a police officer.
Okay.
I'm like, so you're telling a black man to be a coward, but not to die for what he believe in. You're supposed to be in a battlefield, right? Come on, women, stand up. I know, black women, the only thing you need to stand up for is for family, not as far as talking about war and all that. The black man is the warrior, not you. I'm sorry. We might have some brave women that can do it, but that's not should be the majority. And I do not believe in women fighting in wars. I do not. Matter of fact, I don't even believe a black person in itself to fight any war for this country. Not one. Because you're not fighting for war. Like, I mean, they like to say Donald Trump said it, but I don't think, it's not verified anyway, right?
Well, the thing about it is go ahead. I mean, it's just Donald Trump. Now, look, like on Thursday, when he said, "I'm the least racist in the room." He didn't say he wasn't a racist. He just said, "I'm the least racist," because Joe Biden has done more to damage black people than he ever did with housing discrimination or redlining. He didn't invent this stuff. Donald Trump said the game been rigged, and it's rigged, but he never said it was not rigged in his favor. He know he's a white man in a system that benefits him. What does him any good to acknowledge systemic racism? We as black people should have enough sense to know that we have been discriminated against and it's been endorsed and supported by the system. This is a racist system. That's why black folks can't be racist, because we're not benefiting from a system that oppresses and exploits us. Now, we can't be white supremacists if we endorse and support white supremacy. If we think the white man is God and his ice is colder than our ice, and we do everything to obstruct other black folks from gaining freedom and self-determination and liberation, yes, you could be a white supremacist as a so-called black person. But as a so-called black person in the system, you cannot be a racist.
That's right.
And all white people are racist. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't care. All white people racist. Well, you got white friends. They racist though. I didn't say racists hate you. There's a lot of racists that don't hate black people. They just benefit from a system that don't give a damn about you, and they're not trying to change the goddamn system. So what is that? A goddamn racist.
Let me say something to you. That ain't up for debate.
No, I know what I'm saying. I be trying to tell black. I'm not even interested in your opinion on it, because these are facts. See what they've been doing, like Tariq and them, with no disrespect to them, they confusing people. They confused. It's a system. It's not an emotion. Racism is a system. White supremacy is a belief.
That's right.
You know, it's emotional. It's not rational. It does not exist in nature.
That's right.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? That's a belief. That's a religion.
Let me say something about that. Let me just go back to that right quick, because I want to bring that like this thing about the Proud Boys, right?
Yeah, that's some.
You're talking about man, look, it's not Donald Trump's job to denounce white supremacy, even though he's done it more times. I see him always do it.
He always doing it, but people say he's lying, but he did it though. Y'all want him? Then Joe Biden never announces Antifa or anything else on the left.
Yeah, or yeah, right. So or as Dr. Short calls them, Clan Tifa, right?
Clan Tifa, I like it. Yeah.
But you would say, look at Black Lives Matter walking through the streets of Charlotte saying "fuck your Jesus." Now I'm talking to every black person here. Democrat means demon craft. Take the word, just put some more words in it, right? But any party that's talking about, we're supposed to be the most religious group of people, they say, right? Now, I got something for every black pastor, because most of these black pastors, I love some of them like Geno Jennings, and I like a lot of other black pastors. I even got a couple of black pastors I might talk to, right?
Yeah.
But if you let the church is supposed to be saving souls, so if you let a trans, a gay sit in your church, and you're not trying to reform them, you ain't no better than a devil yourself. And most of these black pastors, to be honest with you, are devils, because they mislead people to self-destruction. That's all they're doing. Sorry to put it, you know.
Yeah, but people gotta wake up though. You can't blame the pastor for you willingly sitting in church every Sunday and receiving that mess. And as far as like, you know, people need to learn how to practice their own moral code. You gotta have your own code. Like Neely Fuller said, you as a person, as an entity, your own corporation. That's right. You gotta create your own bylaws and abide by those. You can't put that on the preacher, because Negroes want to blame everybody but themselves. If we are to grow into men and to being women, I mean, from females to women, from males to men, we got to start accepting accountability and responsibility for ourselves as individuals, and then you can create that as a collective. That inlands, like, you know, we shouldn't even be talking about who's the black leader. That's bullshit. You your black leader. Stop that. Who gonna be the black spokesperson for our people? Who gonna speak for the Negro? We had some of the best and brightest we didn't give a damn about. We had some of the best. The best leaders. The best. We had the best and we fucked them over. So don't tell me about the people talking about, oh, we don't really appreciate LeBron James. We didn't really appreciate Malcolm X. You can't, you a Malcolmite. I talk to people, I say, what's your favorite Malcolm speech? I don't know. Your favorite Malcolm quote? I don't know. How you say you a Malcolmite? You don't know a Malcolm speech or a Malcolm quote. You haven't studied Malcolm. That's why we at where we at. You like the idea of a black man standing up for your coward ass and dying in front of his goddamn family, and you not do a goddamn thing about it. That's why Jesus so popular, that he died for you. But if Jesus was here today, you wouldn't give a damn about no Jesus. You wouldn't give a goddamn. Jesus said, oh man, pick up the litter. Don't fuck you, Jesus. Don't litter. Fuck you, Jesus. Oh. I'm just trying to help you, brother and sister. So we don't care. Let's go back to Dr. Randy Short said, we love our traitors, but we hate our heroes.
Well, let me say something to you. The ballot or the bullet. That's how I look at it.
It's the mail-in or the vaccine. That's what it is. It's the mail-in or the vaccine. Either way, you're screwed. Okay.
Well,
pick your poison.
Well, I will say this. But I was just saying, and like I said, like I was talking to a friend the other day, man. I told him, man, if it weren't for me, because I done dealt with people in the street. I done dealt with people in some professional avenues. I done dealt with people. I tell people, I know so many people. Then I used to tell my brother all the time, man. Sometimes when you're talking to black people, man, you almost feel like you ready to kill your own self because you're trying to bleed them all this information. I think you, Judge, some of my great brothers down here in Richmond, some of my friends I've been knowing, other people from Chicago, Memphis, California, anywhere else out there. I can't name everybody in the show because there's too many people.
Mm-hmm.
But they know I love them because they done took a lot of stress off me over the last 2 years. I mean, my mom died April 4th, 2018. It's the same day Martin Luther King died.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I look at it like, wow, dang, man, he died in 1968, right? So I look at it as divine intervention, man. But
Mm-hmm.
it just shows me that, hey, look, man. So I thank you, Dr. Short, and others for just because I told my brother, man, you sometimes, man, you feel like you out here just battling with a valley of dry bones, man, and be so aggravating and so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna say I used to cry at night, but
I mean, there's nothing wrong. You got tear ducts for a reason, black man. And you ain't no wrong with it.
I ain't really cry about it. I used to tell my brother.
Uh-huh.
I used to tell a guy. I call him every morning in the morning. A guy named Wesley, and I tell him, sometime, man, he's in his 60s, but I tell him, man, if it weren't for you guys, and I said I done worked in corrections, I done worked in so many places, man. I've been around so many different people.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, from getting robbed 3 times, right. I said, look, I told the guy I shouldn't even be talking to you right now. I got robbed twice at gunpoint, man, so I should be probably dead.
By black people, right? By your own people, by people you trusted, right?
Yep. One guy, he was knew him for 10 years, and he was a great friend of mine. And, I mean, he just he's two of his buddies. I must have convinced him to rob me, but at the same time, I mean, a lot of people probably don't like what I did. I took when we went to court, I told the judge I wasn't interested in pressing charges because I don't like calling police on black people for stuff. I just rather try to get you back myself. But
right.
never got the opportunity to do that. But I would say this: everything I've been through, it builds character. And like I told the guy asked me, man, why you want to DJ or something like that? I said, look, man, I said I gotta find something to do with some type of entertainment to take stress off myself. Because I said, man, when you talking to the Valley of Dry Bones, man, sometimes you feel like you drowning under. But I do think, and I just want to spend a spot over here. I know a lot of people don't like him, but Dr. Umar Johnson, right? I used to follow him, heavily, and then one time I was listening to him, and he used to come on Valerie's show all the time, right? So I used to say, man, let me call this number. But I never got to talk to him at the end of it, meet Valerie and Judge. And I had already watched your videos before, but I just didn't, I got to say, well, I probably would never get to contact these people. But I find out y'all are all real people, you, Dr. Short, Judge, just by the fact that I can meet with you and touch you. And I told you I had a goal to try to meet everybody I come across. Probably might not be able to happen that way, but at least
you never know, man. You never know. You're an interesting dude. You actually drive 12 hours across the country and go back the next day. That's fascinating to me. I mean, a person like that can't be stopped. That's an interesting person. You can't stop. If you say you're gonna do something, if I ever, if I piss you out, you say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna believe you.
Well, I try to. Well, listen, man. Now, let me tell you something. Though. Actually, my mother died. You know what they told me?
What they tell you?
My mom died at 60 years old, right? They tell you that life ain't promised, and you gotta try to do everything you can while you can, because you're only here for a time in a moment. You could be gone tomorrow.
That's so true this year, though. I mean, people like, man, they leaving,
Yeah.
man. I'm seeing talking like some hard OG, like quadruple OG type people. They out here, man. 2020 is a hell of a year.
So when I sent you the pictures the other night,
Mm-hmm.
up front, these were former correction officers I used to work with. The other guy, my cousin, them. So I try to cherish
Showing you
everybody.
the female too.
Female, yeah, she's a corrections officer.
Oh Lord, she should have been on that menu, man. Like Lord have mercy. Oh man, you better BJ get all the women, man. Like
She was the matter of fact retrained in the academy together, but yeah, she's
She good looking woman.
she's fantastic, and the guy was my roommate in the Department of Corrections.
Okay, that's cool. Y'all got you got some good people around you.
Yeah, look, man, this is the funny thing a guy told me the other day, man. Man, for a guy who when I used to work with these guys, I never went out with them to, I guess,
just hang out and stuff like
no,
after work.
I used to go back home. My mom was taking the time. My cousin died at the same time. She was 54 years old. She died of a heart attack.
Oh wow, man, that's a lot of grief. I mean, a lot of tragedy in a short period of time.
That was in 2016. Now, in April of 2018, my mom died, and my aunt, which her sister died. They died 24 hours apart. So, like I said, I don't seen guys I used to play ball with get killed, died early age. One of them died around the same time. Mom died of overdose. So, like I said, when you see, I mean, let's just face it, man. This is America, man. This is death culture, man.
Yeah, it is death culture. You're right about that.
So, like I said, I just used to tell a guy, I mean, I'm gonna do something. Like I said, I work every day, but I said sometime I'm leisure. I'm gonna just DJ a little bit, and and you'd be surprised when you meet people and they say, "Well, what can I DJ?" They're saying, can I get your card? I said, "Well, no, you can add me on Facebook, right?" Some guys they say, "Man, you don't even put that much stuff." I said, "No, I actually told a guy one time. I told him, look, I just do that to connect to some people, and then they follow my Facebook." And he said, a lot of people can connect with you because you feel the same way a lot of black men doing, but a lot of people can say, "Oh, hell no, I ain't gonna never get this guy to DJ for me again." I said, "That's fine. I got to deal with that."
Yeah,
but I said, I got to find some way to get people to connect with me. Because one thing about it, I'm gonna just be dead on with you. Black people love to be entertained, so hey, sometimes you got to reach people different avenues. But some guys say, "Man, we love that." Why most black men? I say, I don't know why y'all ain't scared to do it. I don't know. You can say anything. Nobody gonna do nothing. Well, you might get hurt, believe it or not. You probably will. Some people will hurt you for saying something, but you gotta say it though. I say, I got people out there that fought and died in wars to fight to what they want to say. That's why I hate all this censorship going on. People, you got to fight for what you want to say. These social media platforms should not be locking down you for the right to what you want to say, man.
No, I agree.
What you want to say, but I do appreciate the strong black men that I came in contact with for the last couple of years. Courtesy of Dr. Umar Johnson, even though I never really got to talk to him on Valerie's show, but I do, and I even thank her for letting me speak, and you and Judge and everybody else, Dr. Short, everybody else. But I do and I look at it sometime and look back and I say, man, where I was at in 2010, right? To now, man, I said, look, you know what? Those people who cut me off or abandoned me for speaking like this, hey, man, you cut the rope. But then guess what some people will call you and tell you? Guess what some people tell you?
What's that?
Man, I had a guy call me probably about 3 weeks ago. He said, man, everything you said back in 2016 is coming to fruition. I said, well, I told you, me and my brother used to sit and read the Bible every day in the garage and go bike riding and sit and talk and reflect and stuff. I said, so everything I said was going to true. I said, look at the Bible is your playbook to know what happened and what's going to happen now. Right now, we're living in Revelations, baby. All you got to do is read the verse. I said, I don't understand why people don't understand what's going on. Hey, look, man, what you call it, the zeitgeist?
Yeah, the spirit of the times. Yeah, zeitgeist is German for spirit of the time.
Yeah. Well, when you realize what time you're living in, you'll say, man, everything I've been saying over the last 6-7 years, man, is coming to fruition, man. So, hey, get ready. I mean, like I said, even my roommate, she had some problems with people, they done cut her off, but I told her, don't worry about it. it's gonna happen. People are gonna cut you off because
Yeah.
look, man, the MK Ultra is a powerful program. Operation Mockingbird is a powerful program.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said I don't even get mad no more and try to convince people. I say, look, I got a 2-term policy. I had a
Mm-hmm.
brother on Facebook text me the other day. He said, "You're a patient brother because you can give people articles, information, and they don't even respond back to you." The guy said, "Send me the articles." I sent him 5 articles in a row.
Mm-hmm.
A response back. He said, "You're a lot more patient than I am," because a lot of people, and I sometimes I do really believe it. He's right. I am too patient because I'll try to fight tooth and nail with you to prove my point sometimes. But sometimes I just say to hell with it, man. I can't even do that shit no more, man, because you're gonna put yourself in a daggone hole trying to explain information.
Yeah, y'all both drowning. Ain't no point in you drowning with the person you're trying to save.
Yeah,
But the thing about it is just keep on doing what you're doing. You don't need, like Dick Gregory used to always say, my truth does not need to be validated by your ignorance.
put that on it this
So
morning.
the work that speaks for itself. But that's all three talking about Trump. People gotta give Trump the benefit of the doubt when you deal with this media apparatus. Try to do your own research on Trump and come to your own conclusions. Because I know you talked about earlier about, I guess you were alluding to, where they say he called people stupid for joining the military and dying in wars and stuff like that. But even if he did say that, so what? Because it was a person named General Smedley Butler, who was the most decorated Marine in U.S. history, won 2 Congressional Medal of Honors. He said he was a sucker for multinational corporations. He thought he was a patriot, but he was nothing but a racketeer fighting to create banana republics for multinational corporations to rob the people of their resources in their country. Now, he said war is a racket. Read up on Smedley Butler. All his stuff is available online. He died in 1940. They probably killed him, but he said that the powers that be on Wall Street, the Wall Street banksters, approached him to try to overthrow the government back in the 30s in a coup d'etat of Franklin Roosevelt. And he reported to the press. He went to the Congress with it, and he wrote about it, about how he was used as a goon for these multinational corporations. And also, we got to destroy the corporate welfare subsidies that these corporations get, because this is not a free market when they're getting corporate welfare to exist. When they're using taxpayers' dollars to drain you dry, they won't get you a stimulus check, but they'll give billions of dollars to Amazon and Walmart and say in the U.S. Supreme Court that they're individuals like you, when they're not auditing the Federal Reserve, but they're auditing poor people. There is a problem. There are a lot of contradictions in the system, but we got to keep on hiding the contradictions so we can really be uncomfortable, so we can start getting out of our comfort zones and doing our own research and thinking for ourselves. Now, it's funny because I said this whole weekend I've been dealing with sisters trying to get me to vote for Biden, but they're not giving me no WAP. I need WAP reparations. You cannot tell me to vote if not offering no WAP reparations for Brother Run.
Well,
I'm not going for it. I'm not voting for Biden. And don't worry about who I'm voting for. I'll tell you this about Obama. I voted for Obama twice. I went to both his inaugurations. It put me in the red. I even got a $330 speeding ticket in Southern Virginia, trying to rush back home back in 2012 to vote for Obama in a state he was not going to win, Tennessee. I left behind some decent WAP in Maryland. And also I got lost in the Blue Ridge Mountains for almost 2 hours. About to disappear, one of them unsolved mysteries. But don't tell me about who I should vote for, and don't tell me to vote or die. It's fight or die.
that's
Forget the
right.
vote or die. And don't tell me. And when you tell me to vote, I already know it's subliminal. You want me to vote a Democrat.
Hey, look, let me show you something right quick before I go. Hold on for a minute. Okay. All right. Hey, man. I just want to thank you for this. And I want to thank you for that.
I
Okay.
appreciate it. You got both. Thank you for you're welcome.
You are wonderful black man, strong alpha male. Like I said, I respect you. I love you. Thanks for everything in Tennessee. Hopefully I'll make my rounds back.
I already know you're gonna make your rounds back. You just like once you say something, you put your mind to something, you do it. I respect that.
Look,
Much respect.
I'm gonna have to take some vacation time and get back there. I mean,
Yeah, it's not for you here, man. Like especially, I mean, it's a lot of. I ain't scared to go to Arkansas. I know people, but Arkansas is more gangster than people realize.
okay.
Arkansas one of them gangster states. That where Bill Clinton come from for a reason. That's a That's a gangster state, man. There ain't nothing to play with Arkansas. They powerful.
And as a matter of fact, I'll tell my friend that you said hello.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She
Because
come on back too, man. We all have some fun.
Yeah, well, look, and I said that's what I say, man. So, like I said, in life, you never know who you're gonna meet in your journey. This is a wonderful journey, and I just want to keep it going. Now, like I said, hey, be tough. We got a lot. 2020 almost over, right?
Man, I'm not in a rush to be honest with you. It's going fast, but I'm not in a rush to get to 2021. I don't know what to expect in 2021. This thing was crazy, man. This thing has been like, wow.
And
What
gotta
the
remember
hell?
one thing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Right now, you are in the middle of a global pandemic exercise. Don't worry about COVID. That's a smoke screen of an exercise. This is a live reel they running. That's why the other night when you listen to Joe Biden on TV, right? He said it's gonna be a dark winter. Well, you gotta understand, a dark winter was also an operation they rolled out in 2001. So could have been coded language. See, one thing about it, when I look at these debates and stuff, right? I don't look at it for the debate. I look at it with the coded message they're gonna use in there.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like, even with the Hunter Biden situation, right? I look at it. This was all they doing is running the same script they did on Kennedy and other presidents and other officials called coup d'etats. That's all they're doing.
Yeah. Well, you know what Kennedy with the Operation Northwoods. People got to research Operation Northwoods because they tried to get Kennedy to do that. He refused. And you saw what happened November 22nd, 1963.
That's right.
So I mean, sometimes you just gotta lead crumbs. Like, you know, you mentioned Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra. Y'all need to do yourselves a favor and research this on your own. We should not have to be on here explaining things to y'all. Y'all should be grown enough. This ain't the church. This ain't church. We ain't the preacher. Go out there and read your Bible and research this information on your own.
Well, look,
and come to your own conclusions.
Most churches ain't nothing but entertainment anyway. Like if somebody asks a person, hey, what you learn in church today? Oh, they had a banging choir. Well, you ain't learning nothing then. You know, so I mean, like I said, I owe it. I don't owe my ancestors no right to vote. That's bullshit. Okay.
Well, they didn't really die for the right to vote. That's BS too.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I own?
What?
I own to get information out to people. I feel like I told the guy, you know, me, I look at it like if I can just talk to people, I don't even care if I just talk to one person a day. You got to wake somebody up. Like, I mean, you know, like I told you, like I think the last time I was with you, I said that I got to go to the range. I'm helping a sister shoot. Well, that's what I've been doing. I've been telling I got some guys go to the range too, don't get me wrong, but I tell women, look, if you want to be in the matriarchy, you might need some weaponry just in case something. Damn.
You tell them right. You tell them right. You know, protect themselves. Protect black women. Black women, protect yourselves.
Yeah, because you don't know what could happen. And you know, right now, I mean, this is a crazy place. Like I said, you talk about 2020, not ready to be over, right?
Well, you know, that's the thing about Trump. It's good that a lot of people went to the gun stores and going to the gun ranges because of Trump presidency, because of the spirit of the times, because of the heightening of the contradictions, and be becoming more aware of what's really going on. So that's a good thing, because if this was, you know, Biden or Obama or Clinton, folks still be sleeping. Folks don't want to really know the truth about everything. They don't want to know how their sausage is really made or how the world really works. And that's the problem.
You're right about that. Well, look, brother, I want you to stay blessed, keep strong, black man in Tennessee, and the return of the angry black man scepters is here. So I know you got the trumpet. I'm gonna do the lion.
King BJ, how can they find you online? I mean, how can they do? Because you got a good YouTube channel with some great content as well. So how can they get in touch with you and follow you?
Let me see, Bernard Johnson Facebook. I gotta get my other Twitter accounts. 1987 BJ now. They blocked my other Twitter account. Bernard.
You serious? Oh man, what's that Twitter account you got now?
Let me pull it up for you so I can put it on the screen.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, because they getting 1987 BJ. Oh, you can't see it on there too. Yeah.
Well, 1987 BJ. That's Twitter.
Yeah, that's Twitter. Yeah.
And your Instagram.
Bernard 1121, and YouTube King BJ Johnson. I do appreciate the opportunity to come back on Real BTV. But like I just was roaring, you know, when I was a child, man, I used to love reading the dictionary and animals, right?
Yeah.
My favorite animal was a lion, so the lion is coming back.
That's right. Lion got to tell his tale. That's right.
And I ain't dressed in no goddamn Halloween costume. I'm just daggone gonna roar like a lion and try to beat all these demons we gotta face. And look, man, you the lion in other rides, so keep on pushing.
Yes, sir. You too, man. We love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing, and we'll see you in the whirlwind. Look for me in the whirlwind, as Brother Garvey would say.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Yes, sir. And that does it for another wonderful, edutaining, infotaining edition of The Artivist presents We All Be TV. And y'all know I have a disclaimer on here. So the views you heard on the program today does not represent the official views or concerns of the We All Be Group Incorporated. So this is a platform where people can express themselves, see how it works. So thank you all, and keep on being beyond category. And remember, solidarity is the key to liberation. One love.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that jingle review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.